Hey, what's up? Hello, my name is Emma, and today I am going to a book signing. To be clear, I'm not going to the book signing right now. I'm going to Chipotle. But I am going to a book signing later, and I'm really excited. Today I am going to a book review in Huntington to meet AJ Finn, who is the author of The Woman in the Window, which is actually one of my absolute favorite reads of 2018 thus far. So today I'm going to book review to meet him, and I'm really excited, but I'm also planning on doing a couple other bookish things today that I thought would be really fun to vlog, because you guys tend to enjoy vlogs and I'm just like, my life isn't that exciting. I don't know what you want me to vlog about. So I thought today would be a good idea. I'm gonna eat my Chipotle and read today. I have to take a photo for Bookstagram. I'm hopefully gonna film if I have time. I think I have time though. I'm planning on going to the library to drop off some books I've recently finished. I might pick up a new one if they have one there that I'm interested in, because like I said, I'm only reading library books in the month of April. I know like I'm going to a book signing today and I'm gonna have to buy a book later, but I just realized earlier that Ash Princess is out today and my dumbass forgot to pre-order it, so I definitely want to get that release day to support Laura because I love her as a person and I know I'm going to enjoy her book. So we got like some bookish goodness going on today and I'm really excited to bring you guys along. So I just finished my Chipotle. I had tacos and they were delicious. Doug was on break at work, so I got to talk to him for a couple of minutes, and I thought I wouldn't get any reading in because of that phone call, but I ended up reading a little bit more of my book. I'm currently reading 12 Steps to Normal by Farrah Penn. I got this from my library and I am about 220 pages into it. Unfortunately, I'm not loving it as much as I wanted to. I think I like really hyped up this book in my head because of the subject matter, but it's still good and very enjoyable, and I'm very happy I picked it up, even if it isn't like the most amazing book I've ever read. Especially with this April, because I'm just like not rating books as high as I used to lately. I'm just sort of coming to terms with the fact that like not every book I read is going to be amazing and have like a huge influence on me, but like that's okay, because that's just like a part of reading books and that's fine. So I am enjoying it, and right now I am going to take a Bookstagram photo of some April new releases that I'm super excited about and want to give a little shout out on Instagram, and I'm super pumped. So change of plans. So for the photo I was going to take today, it was going to be Ash Princess and Leah on the Offbeat, which both came out today, and then Son of the Dawn and Ace of Shades, which are also April releases, so it would just be like a fun YA April releases photo. Unfortunately, because I read all of my ebooks on my phone now, I haven't touched my Kindle in so long that I didn't realize it was dead, and I was going to use my Kindle to show the photo of Son of the Dawn, so now we have to wait for that to charge. So I decided I'm gonna film a video first and then I'll take the photo later. I've been thinking of filming the book unhaul challenge, I believe it's called, from Books and Lala. It's sort of formatted like a tag because there's a bunch of different prompts, but instead of like picking the book and talking about why you chose it for that question, you unhaul it. And then that'll be really great, because if I end up going to the library to return those books today, I can also donate the ones that I have unhauled. So that'll be exciting. So I think I'm gonna head out and try and film that. Alrighty, so I just finished filming my book unhaul challenge. I unhauled so many books. I did not expect to unhaul that many books for this video. So this is the bag that I'm going to be bringing to the library today in order to donate. So my library should be happy. So right now I'm just gonna take that Bookstagram pic real quick, upload it to my computer, transfer it to my phone, and then we're gonna head out to the library and then head out to the signing. So we're officially on the road to the book signing. Things are a little hectic right now. That unhaul challenge just took way more time than I expected it to. Like I really thought I was gonna have time to film 2 videos today, but that clearly didn't happen. I ended up not taking the photo that I intended to take for today. Like all of the books were different sizes and the colors weren't working, and I just knew that I wasn't gonna be happy with it. So I ended up just taking one photo of Ash Princess, because yesterday when Leah on the Offbeat came in early from Amazon, I ended up taking a photo of like all of Becky's books, so I figured let me just post both of them. And I guess later after the book signing, maybe I'll do like a mini montage of me editing all of the bookish photos that I have to edit. Right now it's about 5:30 and the event starts in like an hour and a half, and a book review is like an hour away from me. So I'm not like as early as I wanted to be. I'm just hoping that like I can just like run in and out of my library, return the books I have to return, and then donate the books that I want to donate, and then all will be good and I'll be on the road. For the books I'm returning, because I recently read them, obviously I can't show you them because I'm a responsible driver, but I am returning Hunting Prince Dracula by Carrie Maniscalco, and then I am also returning The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Sarah Jenkins Reid. I didn't love Hunting Prince Dracula as much as I wanted to, but like Evelyn Hugo is like my favorite book of the year, at least one of my favorites of the year. I'm obsessed with it. It's amazing. It's one of my all-time new favorite books. I definitely do not have the time to pick out a new library book today, but I am in the middle of 12 Steps to Normal, which I already mentioned in this vlog. So I like have the time to like go back to the library on a better day with more time and really like explore the shelves. What else am I reading currently? I haven't picked a new ebook yet. I'm probably going to scroll on Overdrive maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow, but I am listening to The Way I Used to Be, and I have no idea who the author is, but it's another one. I'm really enjoying it. I really feel like I'm just like flying through the audiobook and I'm really engaged with it, which I always love. Let's see, I hope that there is parking here, and there is. God bless. Let's go return and donate some books. So I got Dunkin' because I would not be emmmabooks if I didn't get Dunkin' before driving anywhere. It's 5:45 now. It says it's gonna take me an hour and 5 minutes to get there, so hopefully traffic will lighten up a little bit and I will have like just enough time in order to park and get a book and whatnot. On the ride there, I think I'm gonna give my dad a call first because I talk to my dad every day and I love him. He's my best friend. And then I'm gonna listen to more of The Way I Used to Be, and hopefully it will be a quick and smooth ride. Alright, so I'm here at book review. I just got here. As I was walking in, they were talking on the microphone that AJ also just got here, so I'm like right on time. Sorry for this super terrible lighting situation, but I just have to buy a book of an equal value, so I think I'm gonna get Ash Princess because I need a final copy. So I'm gonna go buy that and then go take a seat, and then I'm gonna meet AJ then.
Thank you, that was very hearty. I'd like you to meet my mother. So I'm going to whisk you back in time once more, this time to New York City, 1989, and the cast was me, aged 9, and my parents, who disappeared from this story early on. They'd gone shopping in the city, and for want of a babysitter, elected to drop me off at a movie theater. They were very nurturing parents. And I grew up fine. Find something to watch, my mother instructed me. The options were limited. There was The Vanishing, a Dutch picture widely acclaimed as one of the 20th century's most terrifying psychological thrillers. And I don't remember the alternative because trauma will do that to it. The Vanishing is a movie with ice in its veins. No less than Stanley Kubrick described it as the scariest film he'd ever seen. The story of a man whose girlfriend disappears from a rest area gas station. It builds ineluctably towards a finale that the late Roger Ebert described as horrifying but probably inevitable. And I go a step further. It is indelible. It is an ending you will never forget no matter how hard you try. And I tried so fucking hard. Yet for years, the movie haunted me. I had experienced mystery storytelling before, but The Vanishing exposed me to the singular sensations of suspense cinema, its pleasures and its terrors alike. In particular, it affirmed the value and impact of restraint, of suggestion. It harkened back to the age of Hitchcock and classic noir directors who recognized that the mind is a much scarier playground for our fears than anything they could project onto the screen. And years later, as a friendless teenager living down the street from an art house cinema, I'd camp out in the front row every weekend and steep myself in film noir retrospectives and classic movie nights and Hitchcock marathons. I chased Harry Lime through Viennese sewers in The Third Man. I watched the conspiring women of Les Diaboliques drown a man in their bathtub. I boarded Nicole Kidman's yacht in Dead Calm, and I checked into the Bates Motel with Marion Crane, who, like my parents at the mall, wound up making an early exit. Classic movie making would inspire me as a writer 2 decades on. One night in 2015, whilst parked on my sofa watching Rear Window, I clocked a light in my peripheral vision. It was my neighbor across the street switching on her living room lamp. And in accordance with fine New York City custom, I spied on her. She settled herself in her armchair, she aimed her remote at her TV, and behind me, on my own TV, I heard Thelma Ritter in the movie chiding Jimmy Stewart as he peered into Raymond Burr's window. "You look outside," she said. "You see things you shouldn't, that's trouble." And when I turned back to the screen, she was glaring at me.
So I just finished the event. I just met AJ Finn. I'm like hiding upstairs in the stacks because I need to talk. AJ Finn is amazing. I'm so rightfully obsessed with him. In the beginning when he was talking about like his experience writing the book and just like his life, he was so funny. I don't think a smile left my face the entire signing. He talked about his experience with mental health and treatment, and of course I appreciated that very much, and it was so funny and charismatic and wonderful, and I'm so obsessed with him. I can't remember the last time that I met an author where I was shaking and almost crying and I felt like I wanted to vomit, but in like the best way. So in my book he said, "For Emma, with many thanks to your lovely words, long live the Biblio Book Club," because I told him that this is the Biblio Book Club choice for this month because he said he liked hearing about people who have chosen it as their book club. So that's really nice, and he's so wonderful. I could cry. I'm flushed. I am in love with him. It's fine. I've had the best time at this event. I can't remember the last time I went to a book event alone and just had this much fun just being in this atmosphere. I love it. Also, sorry I didn't vlog like a ton by the time I got here. I'm like the youngest person that went to this event, and I was super afraid of all the adults judging me, so I'm sorry. Look, it's 2 of my favorite books of the year next to my favorite books of all time. I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. I love AJ Finn so much. Not to be dramatic, but I would actually die for AJ Finn. I love him. I had such a good time at the event. I'm so happy I went. So right now I'm thinking of going to Barnes & Noble. There's one not too far away in Huntington that I've never been to. So I figured like that would be a nice way to close out my night, get some tea, sit down, read, maybe pick up one of the books that AJ Finn recommended to me. So I arrived at Barnes & Noble. I had a really nice drive. Like, I didn't play music or listen to my audiobook. I just had my window down and it was just really silent and serene. I will say Huntington is equal parts beautiful and terrifying. Like, the houses are so nice. There's houses like with tennis courts out here. Like, if I had money, this is where I would move. But also, y'all don't utilize street lights. I don't understand why the roads are so dark and they're all winding, and it's very, very scary, but I still had a nice drive. Also, this Barnes & Noble is beautiful. It is just so big and gorgeous. I'm in awe. So I'm currently hiding in the parenting section, but I found one of the books that AJ Finn recommended, and I think I'm gonna get it because for some reason they don't have the hardcover on Amazon, which is so strange to me, but it is Tana French in the Woods. When looking for this book, I found out I actually have another Tana French book called The Trespassers, and her name came up a lot at the signing, so I'm assuming she's like a pretty highly acclaimed thriller author, so I'm interested to try out one of her books. There were 3 books that he recommended. I wrote them in my notes section. For some reason, Book Review didn't have the other, or any of these as well, and Barnes & Noble didn't have the other 2, but it is All the Birds Singing by Evie Wilde, In the Woods by Tana French, and The Keep by Jennifer Egan. So I'm definitely planning on picking these up very soon because I am just in an adult mood lately. It takes place in Dublin in 1984, which, like, historical fiction, not my thing, but we're gonna give it a try. Essentially, 3 children go into the woods and none of them come out, but when the police go to investigate, they find one child still clinging to a tree with no memory of what has happened over the last few hours. And essentially that child grows up to be a detective in the same area, and a little girl is murdered in the same woods, so he ends up investigating that. And, you know, as thrillers do, there's some connection to what he experienced as a child and the murder of this young girl, and it sounds really good, definitely up my alley with what I like to read for psychological thrillers. So I'm definitely gonna get this. Like, I know I bought 2 books today including this one, but I don't care because I'm really excited for it, and AJ Finn recommended it, which means it has to be good. I say I'm gonna sit and read for just a little bit, and then I will buy my book, and then I will head home. I realized it's already like 9:15. I have no reason to stay here and just take up space until they close, so I'm gonna get my book and head out, and hopefully I'll read when I get home. Probably not gonna happen, but I will be listening to my audiobook on the way home, so I'll still get some reading done today. So it's almost 11 o'clock now. I'm home, in bed, all ready for bed, and now my like final activity for the night is going to be editing Bookstagram photos, because I still haven't posted my photo for Ash Princess or Leah on the Offbeat. And I also have a few other Bookstagram photos that I could edit, so I'm going to do those and then hopefully read and go to bed. Oh my god, but also I've been listening to so much of The Way I Used to Be, and I'm loving it. When I first started it, like the beginning was like a punch in the face, super intense, and then it was a little bit, not boring, but it wasn't eventful, and now like I just can't stop reading. It's amazing and addictive and like everything I want in a contemporary, and it's so good. So I'm going to be listening to more of that while editing my photos. I basically finished with all of my Bookstagram photos. I just uploaded like 4 or 5 photos, and I still have more to upload over the next couple of days. But overall, I've had like a really nice day. It was just so bookish with all the reading and audiobook listening and filming and photo editing and taking and that amazing book signing and the Barnes & Noble. It's been a really wonderful bookish day. I had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog because I had so much fun creating it. I like to end my videos with a question, but like I don't know what to ask today. Let me know, what would like a great bookish day look like to you? Is it just reading a lot? Is it going to bookstores? Is it going to signings? Is it maybe writing? If you're a writer, I would love to know. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon for a new one. Bye!